Hello party people, it is Will Pemble. I am going to show you some videos that I took from the underneath side of the cart. So I ran the cart around the track a bunch of times and I bolted the GoPro onto it as many different ways as I could think of. I've discovered some things about the chain lift that displease me. So what I'm going to do is start the process of revamping the chain lift, upgrading, improving the chain lift. I want to be able to roll the cart onto the chain lift area and have just the chain dog at the back catch onto the cart. Now what that's going to require is that we control the chain even more. We need it to not rise up above the track. The chain is jumping out of the tray up there and I don't like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try one little thing with this one little piece of steel to see if I can manage the chain coming out of the tray right now, and at the same time, I don't want this to be wasted. I want this to be part of the bigger system. So what I'm going to do is about 6 or 7 feet up the hill, I'm going to put in this little piece of angle iron here, which is going to guide the chain dog and keep the chain where it ought to be. And I'll show you what I mean by that, but first I think I'm going to turn off the chain. I think I might have showed you this before during one of the YouTube Live videos. I love those YouTube Live videos. They're so much fun. You guys are so much fun in them. Okay, anyway, I want to take this piece of 1/2-inch angle iron right here, and I just want to add to this box, make the tray into a little bit of a box. And we still need to have an opening in the middle so that the chain dog can grab on and go up. But if I build a box, then the chain will not lift up out of the tray, and that'll be kind of awesome, right? So for temporary, while I've still got the chain coming up off the tray at the bottom of the hill and all of that, I still need to manage it the way I'm managing it, and this is going to be sort of a stopgap. But I don't want my stopgap to be impermanent. I want to be able to keep it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this little piece of angle iron. I've heated it and bent it out so that it'll kind of scoop up the chain and scoop up the chain dog as it goes up, and then it'll be just this half. I'm going to bend it out a little bit. There will end up with about a 3/8 inch gap in between the edges of the top of the box, and so there'll be like a 3/8 inch slot. Imagine another piece of angle iron right on the other side of the tray. That's going to work out pretty well, I think, and we'll get a much smoother ride up the hill, and we won't see the chain jumping out of the tray anymore. So I'm just going to weld this one piece into place, and then we'll put the GoPro back on the cart and see if our work pays off. Okay, so now what I got here is I got this one top of the channel. It's just tacked in there. It's pretty strong. And what I want to make sure of is I want to make sure that the chain dog can still fit down in the middle, because I want to put another one on the other side. I want this to be like a little box that it goes through with a slot in the top of the box. So now what we got to do is we got to turn on the chain and just see if this part works, right? That's all we need to do. And I think you can just stay right there while we do it. Hopefully my phone won't fall down onto the ground, but let's give that a whirl. You ready? All right, well that seems to work. Okay, so far so good. So that's kind of going okay. It was a little bit bumpy when the front of the cart went over the new little angle iron that I built in for the chain, and I didn't really like the way that worked out quite so much. I really wish it had gone a lot better. The brakes really work now. So all of this down here gets really close to the track really close to the chain tray, and so I got to manage that. I'm going to have to move that piece of angle iron down by like 1/4 of an inch so that it clears the front wheel assembly. That's just kind of the way that goes. And so I was close, but I didn't quite get it. So I'm going to have to take that thing out, angle grinder, and move it down a little bit. So it needs to go down by about 1/4 of an inch. So that's next. What I've done is I've moved this down by about, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch. I've just gotten a little bit closer so it's just big enough for the chain, but it doesn't stick up too much because the front of the cart, this particular cart, the front sits really close to the center line of the track. So particularly on the chain lift, we got to keep it all very tight. So I've tightened it. Let's tack it in place. Try again. Fingers crossed. Let's give it a try. Okay, I'm gonna turn on the power and you tell me if it's working, okay? Because I just don't want to look. Is it working? All right, let's take a closer look. All right. So, it's sitting in there. Oh, look, it's trying to jump out the other side now. Curse you! Oh, that's terrible. You know what this means. There. See? That'll let the chain in. Smooth. Don't touch that, it's very hot. Alright, let's give that a try. You ready? Oh. No. That's pretty convincing. We'll see what happens. Alright, chain dog's in. It clears the thing. Chain dog stays right in the middle. Woo! That worked just exactly perfect, yo. Okay, so we got the version 1 chain box built. I'm gonna find out from one of my coaster enthusiast buddies what that box is called. If you know what that box is called, please put it in the comments below. And in the meantime, here's a POV looking right down the center of the track. Enjoy the chain control box. Thanks for helping me bring physics, family, and fun to kids everywhere. I am Will Pemble, and I will see you soon.